In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NFL games happening on August 13, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Kansas City Chiefs versus Chicago Bears. This Saturday, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears will play their first preseason game of the 2022 season. Both of these teams will be looking to start the year out with a bang, as football is finally back. The Kansas City Chiefs are coming into this season after losing to the Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC Championship in 2021. The Chiefs will look slightly different this season, though. They traded away Tyreek Hill and added multiple other receivers for Mahomes to throw to. They will also be without Tyrann Mathieu, as he decided that he would rather sign with the New Orleans Saints. But I wouldn't expect to see many stars playing this early in the preseason. Chad Henne will see the majority of the time at QB in this game. The Chicago Bears are coming into this season after an eventful offseason. They fired Matt Nagy and let the majority of their free agents walk. The Bears cut over 30 veterans from the 2021 season, as they are looking for a fresh start in 2022. The Bears did say that they were going to allow their young starters to get a decent amount of playing time in this game. Justin Fields will start, but Trevor Siemian will get most of the action at QB in this one. Chiefs head coach Andy Reid has a 42-45 overall preseason record, but he's had a losing year only once in his last 6 preseason campaigns, going 4-0, 2-2, 2-2, 2-2, 1-3, and 3-0 since 2015, noting that there were no preseason games in 2020. Last year's 3-0 record started with a road win at San Francisco, and their trip to Chicago should rate an easier test. When they went 1-3 in 2019, the win was in the opening preseason game with an unusually wide margin, 38-17 preseason success. Reid has said he will play each of his QBs for a quarter, including Patrick Mahomes in the first quarter, followed by Chad Henne, Shane Buechele, and Dustin Crum, an undrafted rookie out of Kent State. The battle for running back places on the Chiefs roster could mean they have a strong ground game throughout the contest, with Jerick McKinnon, Isaiah Pacheco, Ronald Jones, and Derek Gore all wanting to get their hands on the ball. It's not often you get a revenge storyline to liven up a preseason game, either. But it won't have gone unnoticed that new Chiefs quarterbacks coach Matt Nagy is returning to Soldier Field to play the franchise that fired him as head coach last year. Bears coach Matt Eberflus is embarking on his first preseason as a head coach, so no doubt will be out to impress, but he has a long job on his hands to turn the team around, and if the top end of the roster is not great, the lower reaches could be tough to watch. Eberflus has suggested that his starters will get up to 15 to 20 snaps each, with some getting only 10 to 15 and a couple of starters. Running back David Montgomery and tight end Cole Kmet are unlikely to be seen at all due to injuries. Trevor Siemian and Nathan Peterman will likely take most snaps at QB for the Bears. And despite the home team starting a new era, Reid not shying away from giving his top squad some action can help the Chiefs get off to a winning start. So the Kansas City Chiefs money line is our full game side pick. The Bears will opt to run with their starts for the majority of first half action in this preseason debut. They have a lot of question marks at various positions, especially on the offensive line. The bulk of points in this game will come from Nathan Peterman and Trevor Siemian commanding the offense in the second half. Peterman has played a ton of preseason snaps, considering he's been a backup for 6 years, and Siemian is more than capable of being a backup on the majority of NFL teams. Further, Chad Henne is a strong backup for Kansas City, and even though Mahomes will not see much action, he should be more than capable of putting up a touchdown drive or two. The total sits at 35 points right now, and a 24-17 or 27-17 type of game sounds reasonable. Carolina Panthers versus Washington Commanders. In the first preseason game for both teams, the Washington Commanders play host to the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers finished 5-12 last season and missed the playoffs for the fourth straight year. All eyes in the preseason will be on the QB positions, where Sam Darnold and newcomer Baker Mayfield will vie for the starting spot. The Commanders are playing their first game under their new moniker after being the Washington football team for the last 2 seasons. The team is banking that Carson Wentz can regain his form from when he was a legit QB for the Eagles. After a so-so season last year with the Colts, the Commanders are 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games on Saturday. The over is 8-0 in the Commanders' last 8 games on Saturday. The under is 5-0 in the Commanders' last 8 games on Saturday. I get that neither of these teams have announced a starting QB as of yet, and they'll have their motives for resting guys and doling out certain amounts of playing time. However, I look at the depth from the Commanders' roster, and I truly wonder why they're favored here. Even in preseason betting is all about finding the depth and who will have more battles going on. And regardless of how many battles the Panthers have going on their chart, they've still got the better players throughout the rotation down the line. While nearly all of the betting trends point to the Commanders in this game, and I am a huge fan of them, Washington has talent on both sides of the ball, but that talent will not see much action in this game, and the Panthers are a much deeper team. Preseason game 1 will see backups getting most of the action, but for the Panthers, look for Mayfield and Darnold to see some legit time. I expect some good play in this game, but the better team is going to be the Panthers. It wouldn't shock me if Willis only plays a drive or 2 here, with Mayfield and Darnold playing a ton. Look for Mayfield and Darnold to both play well, and that is going to be the difference as the Panthers get the job done. So the Carolina Panthers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. There will be a lot of experienced starting quarterbacks on the field in this particular matchup. The Panthers are kick-starting their quarterback competition between Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. While Carson Wentz joined Taylor Heinicke and the Commanders in the offseason, things might be a bit tight early in this game, but eventually, I'm expecting both offenses to open up. The Commanders got burned on multiple occasions on the back end defensively last season. Carolina might also struggle a bit adjusting with a unit that no longer has Stephon Gilmore lurking in the secondary. Both teams also ranked in the bottom half of the league in points allowed. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Indianapolis Colts versus Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills will host the Indianapolis Colts on Friday in the preseason opener for both teams. These two teams last met during the 2021 regular season when the Colts won 41-15 in Buffalo. Both of these teams have head coaches who tend to win in the preseason. Although we could see Matt Ryan in the first half, with both teams having high expectations in 2022, neither side will want to risk their key players for long. Buffalo had a better draft and are making their first-round pick Kyra Lamb prove he is worthy of playing time, as he currently is not listed as a starter on the depth chart. The Bills also have more depth at quarterback once you get to the second quarter and beyond. We likely won't see much if any from a good chunk of the starters here. This will be a depth matchup. That said, Buffalo seems well prepared for another run at the title in the AFC East. The Bills probably won't get a ton of pushback from the likes of the Jets and Dolphins. As for Indianapolis, they've got some tough weeks ahead, but the team should be right in the mix along the way. This preseason opener should be a fun way to preview both teams ahead of an interesting season. You should also know that Buffalo is a perfect 7-0 over the last 2 preseasons, so the Buffalo Bills money line is our full game side pick. When tasked with keeping points off the board, the Bills seem to get the job done. Even the second and third team defensive units for Buffalo should keep some points off the board. I can't say the same for their second and third team offensive units. The Colts' more experienced offensive depth should be able to put up a few points, enough to get a win. But this should be a low-scoring affair. The Bills should be quiet offensively as well, with their first-string offense not seeing much time, if any. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.